do you?
I would say the US soccer thing, I remember very differently. From what I
Yeah.
understand, it was that their base salary for the women's team was lower than the men's, and
Mhm.
the women only got paid more if they won a game, while the men got paid a bonus for every game they played,
Mhm.
even if they lost. And a large part of the argument is that the men's team brings in more money than the women's team does. But then it's like, well, is your concern equality or equity? And my concern is equity, right?
Okay.
Money has not been invested in women's sports. No one cares about women's sports. And until you start investing money into women's sports, no one is going to care. So the women's team will continue to make less and continue to not bring in revenue if people are not giving them the same prime time positions for their games you're giving the men's team because you're not investing in it. But the fact of the matter is the women's football team is the best women's football team in the world. Fact, they are heads and shoulders above pretty much every other women's sports team in the world.
Mhm.
Pay them. The
That's it.
amount of female athletes, well, the amount of athletes across the world, particularly female athletes who also have part-time jobs, in addition to being a top-tier, world-renowned athlete. The Jamaican netball team, netball is not a sport anyone outside the Commonwealth knows about or cares about.
Yeah.
Netball, Jamaica has always been in the top 3 netball teams in the world,
Yeah.
yet the Jamaican women's team, the people on that netball team all have full-time jobs. Netball for them is a part-time job, while the Jamaican men's football team, the Reggae Boys, who have won very few things in their existence, continue to get all this fucking money all the time. Yet here we have a top-tier world championship who's doing this part-time, and they're already doing so well, beating England and Australia and all these places. And our football team is doing what? Nothing. And they're getting all this money for what? Invest in the teams that are doing well. Maybe there's no reason why Jamaica can't be like, oh, we love women's netball. Why not? We're not investing in it the same way we're investing into football.